kind of weird seeing the desert covered in snow like this. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this before.
I know. 2 days ago, we were in our bathing suits trying to get tan.
It's true. And now we're out here all bundled up. It's like 40 degrees and we're surrounded by snow-covered cactuses. For the day is to head towards San Diego at some point, probably later this evening, but we wanted to stop on the way and do this little hike here. It's called the
Kitchen Creek Falls Trail, and it's just off of I-8, like 60 miles outside of San Diego.
Yeah, we're not too far away, so pretty easy to access. We're kind of at higher elevation. I want to say we're 4,000 feet or so, so I mean pretty much as high as it gets. That explains all the snow that we see around here. Obviously there's no snow in San Diego, but we're technically in San Diego County though, which is kind of neat. So I guess like the main point of this hike is to end up at a waterfall. It's gonna be probably a pretty small waterfall, but that's the idea. But the problem is we just intersected with these other people that were hiking towards the waterfall, but they were going in the opposite direction that we're going in. So we don't know if they're right or we're right. We're not really sure if we're actually gonna find this thing or not. Think we're going the wrong way?
Yeah. Actually, I know that we're going the wrong way because when you look at the elevation of the trail on all trails, it shows you going back down, and we definitely just kept going up. So I think we'll head back and try to find it.
We never did end up finding that waterfall.
No, but it was still a beautiful hike.
Yeah, really cool. Just the elevation changes, and it was pretty long, like good temperature. Not too cold, not too hot. Really cool geology.
A lot of snow cactuses.
Yeah, it was fun. Fun afternoon. Got a pretty awesome view out the window here from the top of the trailhead. I think we're gonna hang out here for a couple hours and just kind of take it easy and enjoy it. If we do get the urge, we could always venture back out and try to find that waterfall that we never did find.
So for lunch today, we found these Trader Joe's Harvest Green Salad that I'm gonna pan fry up here. And we have a tofu scramble breakfast burrito from Amy's.
We're pretty starving after hiking for the last couple hours.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat.
It's pretty crazy. We spent the morning and early afternoon hiking in the mountains in the snow, and now we're about to go to the beach. Made it to San Diego.
How was it?
It wasn't very good. Pretty closed out, but hopefully tomorrow morning it'll be more fun, and it feels good to be back in the water. Surf was a little bit more fun this morning than it was yesterday evening, but it wasn't very good. It's a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, but we found a pretty good spot here in the parking lot, so we just kind of decided to park it up and hang out here in the van for the day, and hopefully the surf will get a little bit better as the tide backs out later this afternoon. But It's a beautiful day here in San Diego, and it definitely feels pretty good to be back. Shannon actually just ran to go pick us up some lunch. There's a restaurant that she really likes. It's like one of her favorite restaurants, and it's a few blocks away, so she walked over there to grab us something to eat here. And we actually went to the restaurant last night as well, but it was a different location. It's called Plant Power. It was really good yesterday, and I am absolutely starving after getting out of the water and surfing all morning, so definitely looking forward to eating some lunch. And while I'm waiting for her, I'm just gonna do some work here on the computer. She actually has this really cool little lag-in table set up here. The previous owners had installed it. We made a few modifications though and had to move the mount over a little, but it works pretty well. I'm able to sit here at the computer and get work done, and then we can use it to eat on as well. It's been pretty nice. As I'm sitting here working, this is probably a good time to mention that this video is sponsored. It's sponsored by a company called Surfshark. They make a VPN, a virtual private network, and what a VPN does is it basically encrypts your information, helps to protect your information, and keep it private so that when you are browsing the internet, it is protected from folks that maybe might have malicious intent or something like that, particularly if you're on like public Wi-Fi or something like that. Like me, I do work out of coffee shops a lot, so it's nice to have that peace of mind to know that when I'm using the Surfshark VPN, my information is protected. And it also helps to protect your information from advertisers as well. So not only from folks that are maybe trying to steal your identity or something, but also just from regular advertisers that might be looking to use that information against you and apply some sort of price discrimination. So it has been pretty nice to use the VPN. I know I've mentioned it in a couple previous videos, and I would definitely recommend checking out Surfshark, guys. I'm going to put a link in the description below. If you follow that link, you can get an 83% discount on a subscription to the Surfshark VPN service. Definitely recommend checking them out. Thank you again, Surfshark, for sponsoring this video. What you got?
I got my Plant Power food. Chicken and waffle sandwich. Every time I come to San Diego, I go to this place like 3 or 4 times. Even if I'm only here for 2 days.
The surf didn't end up getting any better. It actually got quite a bit worse. It got like really small, and the swell just kind of started to fall apart. But we did hang out at the spot by the beach all day, and Shannon, one of your good friends,
One of my best friends lives here, so I got to hang out with her for a bit. And I got to practice some of my videography skills on the beach while Nate surfed.
It's true, all that footage that you guys saw of the beach today, that was all Shannon. I was in the water the whole time. I was taking some time off.
It's good practice. It's New Year's Day, 2020. New decade. Happy New Year. We are driving back to San Francisco. I'm trying to be back at work tomorrow morning.
We ended up taking the day off yesterday, just kind of putting the camera down. It was New Year's Eve day, I guess you could say. So we decided to just kind of take a break and just enjoy our last day in San Diego. And today we are heading back, as Shannon said, up to San Francisco. We're in LA right now. We actually started driving last night, which was kind of lame, I guess. But we were kind of tired, and I don't know.
We didn't make it very far.
No, we drove about an hour or so, found a rest area just off the 5, just south of Orange County, and stayed there, got some rest, and now we're ready for a day of driving. We'll probably make a couple of stops along the way back up to San Francisco today. Our first one, we are driving through LA right now, and in the Hollywood area, just off the 5, is a Voodoo Doughnuts. That's a pretty famous donut chain. I think it started in Oregon originally. I know I've been there a couple of times on these trips and in these videos here, but we're gonna go check that out, grab some donuts, and then get back on the road. So it turns out getting Voodoo Doughnuts was a little bit more of a production than we had originally anticipated. We accidentally turned into like the main entrance for Universal Studios, and we almost got charged like $30 for parking, but the lady was really nice. She actually just let us go around, and then she told us to like double park in this area. Now Shannon is running in to try to get the donuts, and we're just gonna try to get them and then get back on the road, but definitely not as easy as we originally thought.
Got some donuts!
You made it!
I need it.
We made it back to San Francisco a couple of days ago. Shannon was able to get back to work for the end of the week, and I've kind of just been moving things back into my van. I definitely missed my van while we were away. I love Shannon's van, it's really, really awesome, but I also really like my van too, so it feels kind of nice to be back, and I've kind of just been moving things back in. I know a lot of folks asked where I left the van, particularly in response to the fact that I was broken into literally 2 days before we left the city, and what I did is I left it with Shannon's mom, Jane. I can't thank you enough for watching after my van for me for the past couple of weeks here. It was safe, everything's good, it looks good so far, so like I said, I'm in the process of just kind of bringing everything back in here and getting it ready to hit the road. My plan at some point for the future here, guys, is to head back down to Southern California, probably on my own. Shannon has to work up here. She has a regular 9-to-5 job up here in San Francisco, but for me, like, I'm able to hit the road a little bit more. So at some point here, maybe towards the end of January, early February, I'm going to take a road trip and head down to Southern California, maybe go back out to the desert, and just kind of spend some time exploring in that part of the country and enjoying the winter down there. It'll definitely be a little bit warmer than it is up here in San Francisco. But I think that pretty much sums it up for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Pretty cool spot to hang out for the afternoon. I think we're gonna take it easy for a little bit right here. We got some really awesome views of the mountains here in the distance, and we could always go back and try to find that waterfall later if we have an Inkling. Let's go.
Inkling.